rain tomorrow. I'll check for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Kim. If you've ever seen a forecast like this and had no idea if it's going to rain, then you're in the right spot. I'm going to teach you how to read a rainfall forecast. We'll come back to this one at the end. Let's start with a more normal example. Most people would see this and think there's a 90% chance of 3 to 20 millimetres of rain, which is completely understandable logic. But that's not what it actually means. There is a line between possible rainfall and chance of any rain for a reason. Those are two separate statements. The chance of any rain is exactly that. What is the chance of any rainfall? Full stop. Any rain is defined as 0.2 millimetres because that's the minimum amount that a typical rain gauge can detect. Okay, but where do they get 90% from? To understand rainfall forecasts, I'm going to have to introduce you to a concept called ensemble forecasting. Weather is chaotic. Think of car racing. If you've ever watched Bathurst, you'll have seen instances where something small can trigger a huge crash. The weather is similar. A small fluctuation in the atmosphere can trigger a storm to develop hundreds of kilometres away. If you run one weather model, it'll give you one possible future scenario. If you run a second weather model, it'll give you another possible future scenario. But how do you know which one's going to be correct? Well, you'd run a third model and see which one it's closest to, right? We call these three scenarios an ensemble forecast. If we go back to our Bathurst analogy, each of these three scenarios are the three possible outcomes that could have happened to the car. In one scenario, it might not crash. In another scenario, the opposite tyre could blow, causing it to spin out another way. In another scenario entirely, it could even win the race. 3 is not very many options. What about 100? If 90 out of 100 scenarios said the car was going to crash, then that's a 90% chance that the car is going to crash, and the driver might choose to sleep in that day instead. It's the same idea with a rainfall forecast. If 90 out of 100 models say it's going to rain, then that means that there's a 90% chance of rain. But the next question is how much rain? The 90 models that say it's going to rain will probably give you different amounts of rain. One might say 0.5 mils, one might say 18 mils, and 10 of them might say 3 mils. With the numbers you see on a forecast, the first number means that there's a 50% chance you'll get at least that amount. And the second number means that there's a 25% chance you'll get at least that amount of rainfall. There's a 90% chance of there being any rainfall. And if it does rain, there's a 50% chance that you'll get at least 3 millimetres, and a 25% chance that you'll get at least 20 millimetres. Here's a trickier example. The BOM app and website don't show decimal places. Remember how I said that the minimum a rain gauge can detect is 0.2 millimetres? So if you see a 0 in the possible rainfall range, it really means that it's probably somewhere between 0 and 1, which is basically light rain. So to translate this forecast into English, it means there's a 50-50 chance of some drizzle, and if a thunderstorm forms above you, you might get around 6 mils. We can almost interpret this forecast now. There's just one tiny bit of insider knowledge you still need to know. The probability threshold for the little rain cloud symbol is that you need at least a 25% chance of 0.2 millimetres or more. There's going to be some light rain in the evening.